But damn it, don't you ever get on TV again and call yourself some basketball expert and argue that Larry Bird played the guard position.
Uh-oh, Candace Parker. You've upset the Reese's Pieces and they're not happy about it. They're gonna be coming after you any second. Oh, they're already coming after you. Oh, snap.
And if you're Candace Parker, the legendary Candace Parker, you find yourself today under attack by Angel Reese fans.
Angel Reese just delivered the most fiery response we've ever seen from a WNBA player, and the internet is absolutely losing its mind. After three-time champion Candace Parker dropped a bombshell assessment that destroyed Reese's reputation, the Chicago Sky Star's reaction was so explosive, so raw, so utterly unhinged that it's breaking the internet as we speak.
Angel Reese has been playing the role of Draymond Green. She is the role player disguised as a superstar.
Reese's fiery clapback actually exposed her even more, revealing exactly why Candace Parker was right all along. The evidence we uncovered will make you question everything you thought you knew about Angel Reese and why she'll never match the greatness of players like Caitlin Clark. What happened next will leave you speechless. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this controversy isn't just about basketball rankings. It's about the harsh reality of professional sports and why sometimes the truth hurts more than anyone wants to admit. Complex Sports asks WNBA legend Candace Parker to rank current players. S tier for superstars, A tier for all-stars, B tier for solid players, and C tier for role players. When Angel Reese's name comes up, Parker doesn't hesitate. She doesn't sugarcoat it. She delivers a verdict that sends shockwaves through the entire WNBA universe.
Then you got Angel Reese. I put her right at that C level. I think in terms of being above, you have to be able to have the ability to carry a team, be a 1 or 2 option. I think Angel Reese is fantastic at her role, which is offensive rebounding. She showed and demonstrated so much growth in that first year. I think that this is my tier.
C tier. Let that sink in for a moment. The player who LSU fans called a champion, who Chicago Sky marketed as their future, who social media crowned as basketball royalty, relegated to the same tier as bench warmers and specialists.
To her credit, Angel Reese has marketed herself as a big deal. Double-double Barbie, me-bound Barbie, Bayou Barbie.
The internet exploded. Reese supporters mobilized like an army under attack, flooding Parker's social media with accusations of bias, hatred, and jealousy. They called her everything from a hater to questioning her basketball IQ. But here's what nobody saw coming. What Parker revealed next about Angel Reese's limitations would make even her biggest defenders question everything they believed about their idol. The reaction was unlike anything we've seen in women's basketball. Within hours, hashtag Candace Parker is wrong was trending worldwide. Angel Reese's fan base, known for their fierce loyalty, launched a coordinated assault on Parker's credibility that bordered on personal warfare. But Candace Parker isn't just any analyst throwing hot takes for clicks. This is a 3-time WNBA champion, 2-time MVP, and one of the greatest players in basketball history. When she speaks, champions listen. When she evaluates talent, general managers take notes. When she says you're not elite, it carries the weight of 16 years of dominance at the highest level.
Listen, you're asking to fix, like, sports, yes, we unite, but we can't fix
our world
society.
First. Yeah, fix
like,
our world
I think
first.
you're asking of these ladies like too much, and the narratives behind it. Now everybody has an opinion, Twitter fingers, all that stuff. But I do believe like anything you say is going to be critiqued or changed in different ways.
Right.
Yet, instead of backing down, Parker doubled down. On the Goodfellow podcast, she provided even more devastating analysis of why Angel Reese simply doesn't measure up to true elite status. She dissected Reese's game with surgical precision, exposing weaknesses that casual fans refuse to acknowledge. The fans, calling her an Angel Reese hater, missed the point entirely. This wasn't hatred. This was a basketball legend delivering uncomfortable truths that nobody wanted to hear. Parker knows what greatness looks like because she lived it, breathed it, and dominated with it for over a decade.
The last 3 games from Angel Reese, she has balled out. But don't look now. She's bragging about herself again.
But the controversy was just getting started because what Parker revealed about Reese's actual impact on winning would shake the foundation of everything her supporters believed, with casual taker. Let's talk about what Angel Reese supporters love to ignore, the real numbers that matter. Yes, she made history with her double-double streaks. Yes, she became the first player with multiple 10-game double-double streaks. Yes, she dominated the rebounding statistics in ways we've never seen. But here's what they won't tell you. None of that translated to winning basketball for the Chicago Sky.
PR team has done a brilliant job at polishing the turd, but there always comes a point when the polish melts off the turd and you will be expected to perform.
While Reese was padding her rebounding stats, her team struggled to find consistency. While she was breaking individual records, her squad couldn't establish themselves as legitimate playoff contenders. While social media celebrated her achievements, basketball insiders questioned whether her one-dimensional dominance actually made her teammates better. Parker's assessment wasn't just about individual statistics, it was about impact. Can Angel Reese carry a team when it matters most? Can she elevate her game in crucial moments? Can she create opportunities for others while still dominating her specialty?
Angel Reese sucks all the air out of the room and is a nightmare to play with because she has no self-awareness.
The harsh reality that Reese supporters refuse to face is that elite players don't just excel in one area. They transform entire franchises. They make their teammates better. They elevate organizations. They become the focal point that opponents must game plan around in multiple ways. And this is where the Caitlin Clark comparison becomes unavoidable, because what we discovered about their respective impacts will leave you stunned. With casual taker old, with casual taker our source in creating area. Nobody wants to say it out loud, but everyone's thinking it. Angel Reese will never be Caitlin Clark. Not in impact, not in versatility, not in the ability to transform basketball around her mere presence.
So I just think that it's like comparing apples and oranges. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
at least
they don't play the same
They
position.
like doing the like Magic and the Bird comparison. Well,
When Clark entered the WNBA, she didn't just put up numbers. She revolutionized entire organizations. Television ratings skyrocketed. Arena attendance doubled. Merchandise flew off shelves. Most importantly, she made her teammates better while dominating in ways that opposing coaches couldn't counter with simple game plans. The drama between Clark and Reese that bubbled over this season when Clark was called for a flagrant foul on Reese wasn't just about that moment. It was symbolic of a larger gap that Parker recognized and that Reese supporters desperately want to ignore. Clark's all-around excellence created a standard that exposed the limitations of players who excel in just one area. While Reese dominated the glass, Clark dominated games. While Reese broke rebounding records, Clark broke basketball itself, forcing the entire league to adapt to her presence. Parker's C-tier ranking suddenly makes perfect sense when you understand that she's measuring players against championship standards, not individual achievement standards. She's asking the question that every general manager asks: can this player be the centerpiece of a title contender?
my thing is then if you bring something to the argument, bring something else. Can she get to player A or player S or whatever? Yes, she can.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't know if she's alongside those players in B's, and you're measuring her against players that have been in the league for years.
Right.
And so I think that, you know, I've faced it on the men's side when
For Caitlin Clark, the answer is obviously yes. For Angel Reese, Parker's assessment suggests the answer is devastatingly clear. Now, faced with a tsunami of criticism, most analysts would backtrack, apologize, or soften their stance. Not Candace Parker. The three-time champion did something that shocked everyone. She reinforced her position with even more detailed analysis that left Reese supporters speechless. Parker's clarification on the Goodfellow podcast wasn't an apology. It was a masterclass in basketball evaluation that exposed exactly why Angel Reese's game has fundamental limitations that prevent elite classification. She broke down the difference between being good at your role and being capable of transcending that role to impact winning at the highest level.
to ChatGPT and type in the following. What is the single worst shooting percentage ever in WNBA? What is the single worst shooting percentage ever in WNBA? No, you type in ever in WNBA. What is the worst shooting percentage ever in WNBA? If you can put that ever in WNBA. Watch this, folks. Zoom in a little bit if you could. Watch this. Look what's going to come up. You ready? This is supposed to be Michael Jordan. The lowest. Okay.
Angel Reese, in contrast.
Where do you see it? Angel Reese's performance.
The basketball legend made it crystal clear that her evaluation wasn't personal, it was professional. It wasn't about hatred, it was about honest assessment from someone who knows exactly what it takes to reach the summit of professional basketball. What made Parker's stance even more powerful was her refusal to cave to social media pressure. In an era where analysts often prioritize popular opinion over honest evaluation, Parker chose truth over convenience, accuracy over approval. But her most devastating point was yet to come, and it would expose the fundamental flaw in how Angel Reese's career is being evaluated. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth that nobody wants to discuss. Being the best at one thing doesn't make you one of the best players. Angel Reese might be the most dominant rebounder in WNBA history, but rebounding alone has never carried teams to championships.
She has no skills. She has energy, she has an attitude, she'll rebound you the basketball. Great. Nothing else.
Parker's assessment revealed the specialist trap that captures talented players who excel in one area but struggle to develop the complete skill set required for elite status. Reese's rebounding dominance is undeniable, but can she create her own shot consistently? Can she facilitate for teammates? Can she defend multiple positions? Can she elevate her game when opponents take away her primary strength? The answers to these questions explain why Parker placed her in C tier despite her historic statistical achievements. Elite players don't just dominate in their strength areas, they find ways to impact games even when their primary skills are neutralized. This isn't about disrespecting Angel Reese's accomplishments. This is about understanding the difference between very good players and transcendent talents. It's about recognizing that individual records don't automatically translate to elite status if they don't contribute to winning basketball. Parker's evaluation forced an uncomfortable conversation about how we measure greatness in women's basketball, and the reaction revealed that many fans aren't ready for the honest assessments that come with increased scrutiny and higher standards.
Awful. If you watch the game, she was awful. We need to quit celebrating these little distinctions.
This controversy isn't really about Angel Reese or Candace Parker, it's about the growing pains of women's basketball's evolution into a major professional sport where honest evaluation matters more than feel-good narratives. Parker's assessment represents a watershed moment where women's basketball faced the same brutal honesty that has defined men's professional sports for decades. The backlash revealed that many fans want their players protected from criticism rather than challenged to reach higher levels. But here's what Angel Reese supporters need to understand. The greatest players in history used criticism as motivation. They transformed doubt into determination. They took harsh assessments and turned them into championship fuel. If Angel Reese truly has elite potential, she'll use Parker's evaluation as a challenge rather than an insult. She'll expand her game beyond rebounding. She'll develop the complete skill set that separates good players from great ones. She'll prove that Parker's assessment was wrong by becoming the player her supporters believe she already is. The question isn't whether Candace Parker was right or wrong. The question is whether Angel Reese has the mentality to prove her critics wrong by evolving into the complete player that elite status demands. Time will tell if she can rise to the challenge or remain trapped in the specialist role that currently defines her career. One thing is certain, the basketball world will be watching every step of the way. What do you think? Was Candace Parker's brutal honesty exactly what Angel Reese needed to hear? Or did she cross the line with her devastating assessment? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that subscribe button for more controversial takes that others won't touch. And hit the notification bell because we're not done exposing the truths that the basketball world doesn't want you to know.